man, right here with you. It's the Mystic Maestro. WKIR 99 Radio, broadcasting on YouTube. Make sure you check us out, man. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share with friends, family, and your folks. For real, for real, for real. Good information, man. Coming to you again. Reading from the book, Your Body Can Heal Itself. And giving you the 87 foods that, everyone should be eating. We're going to read another good one today. One of my favorite fruits, cherries. Wow. Who likes cherries? I love them. So, we're going to get right into it. Man, cherries are, a tiny fruit, but man, they pack a lot of power. So, life may not always be a bowl of cherries, but, a bowl of cherries may make your life a little bit healthier. Cherries can fight gout, the pain of gout. They definitely can help you have a sounder sleep. They provide, some nutrients that can be, possibly an answer to cancer. They also head off, diabetes, and they provide some decent protection for your heart too. It's high in antioxidants and vitamin and fibers, potassium. A new word that I'm just learning how to pronounce and learning what it does. Anthocyanins, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Quercetins. And of course, melatonin, that thing that helps you sleep. So yeah, man, cherries come in sweet and tart varieties. Both kinds provide vitamin C, fiber, potassium, as I was just saying. They are loaded with antioxidants, mostly. And the tart or sour cherries also give you lots of vitamin A, as well as copper and manganese. The juicy Bing cherry is the most popular sweet cherry, while common tart varieties include Montmorency, Morello, and Ballantine. These dark red tart fruits are usually cooked rather than eaten raw. In the United States, most cherries grow in my hometown in the state of Michigan. What up, though? Alright? But cherries also come from Washington, Oregon, Utah, Idaho, New York, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. One cherry tree can yield up to or more than 100 pounds per year, per season, that is. The Food and Drug Administration has clamped down on cherry producers who make the claim that cherries are, this healthy for you. But that doesn't mean that they aren't chock full of beneficial nutrients, for you. Cherries can knock out the pain of gout. And gout is, a very common ailment. And usually it attacks your joints, like, just at the base of your big toe, your knees, your elbows, wrists, and sometimes your fingers too as well. It may register as arthritis, as a form of arthritis too as well. The cherries have long been a popular folk remedy. Research from the U.S. Department of Agriculture supports the use of cherries to treat this painful condition. In a recent study, 10 women each ate 45 fresh pitted Bing cherries, and 5 hours later their blood levels of urate, a substance your body converts to uric acid, which contributes to gout, were significantly lower. At the same time, more urate showed up in their urine, meaning they had flushed it out from their bodies. Their blood level of C-reactive protein, or CRP, and nitric oxide, two common markers of inflammation, also decreased slightly. Compounds in cherries may block inflammatory pathways, making cherries a good weapon against not only gout but other inflammatory conditions as well. Earlier laboratory studies found that the anthocyanins in cherries, the pigments that give cherries their red color, help suppress inflammation. In fact, were 10 times more effective than aspirin treating arthritis pain and inflammation. They also come without the harmful side effects of non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, or NSAIDs, NSAIDs. Folk remedies include eating 6 to 8 fresh cherries a day to relieve the symptoms of gout. If you feel a bout of gout coming on, try eating 20 to 30 cherries right away. Cherries may even help sore muscles, after a workout. If you can't get fresh cherries, dried cherries and cherry juice, 100% from concentrate, should do the trick. And watch that, watch those cherry. Watch it when it says, cherry drink or cherry juice. You want to get the one that says 100% cherry juice, from concentrate, or from, definitely if it says from cherries, or it describes the type of cherry that it comes from. But watch the levels of fructose and these things like that, because, fructose, of course, is another form of sugar. Enjoy a path to sounder sleep. Tart cherries may provide sweet dreams. Researchers recently discovered that cherries contain melatonin, a natural hormone essential to the sleep cycle. As one of the few food sources of melatonin, cherries could act as an antidote to insomnia. Some people say, what is sleep really now these days? Stand up on your Instagram, stand up on your Facebook, and stand up. Some people are doing work. Some people, stand up on your YouTube. But, some of us are doing work out here. But some of y'all just looking and trolling. But, by the way, make sure if you're going to look and troll, just make sure you like and share at the same time. All right? As one of the... you can boost your energy by knowing how to nap. A nap can be, 20 minutes, which is the most desirable time frame for a nap, but it can be as short as 5 minutes or as long as 2 hours. But just make sure that you don't take your naps too close to the time you normally go to bed, because it will, and disrupt your normal sleep cycle. Nutrients may provide an answer to cancer. Cherries certainly don't look intimidating, but these little round red fruits may make cancer cells quake in their boots. That's because cherries contain several substances that fight cancer. Anthocyanins and cyanidins, 2 flavonoids found in cherries, have shown promise against colon cancer in animal studies and laboratory studies of human cancer cells. These flavonoids inhibit tumor development and help stop colon cancer growth. Perolyl or perolyl alcohol, a phytonutrient found in cherries, thwarts the development and progression of cancer. Studies have found it helps treat or prevent breast, prostate, lung, liver, and skin cancers. Cherries also contain known cancer fighters called ellagic acid and quercetin. They provide fiber and vitamin C, key ingredients in any healthy anti-cancer diet. Give your heart tip-top protection, because the anthocyanins or cyanins in cherries fight inflammation. They may also protect your heart from heart disease. One sign of inflammation is a substance called C-reactive protein, or CRP, which may be a more important indicator of heart disease risk than high LDL cholesterol. In a recent study, 18 healthy men and women ate about 45 fresh pitted Bing cherries a day for 28 days. After 28 days, their blood levels of CRP plummeted by 25%. Less CRP in the blood, or C-reactive protein, means less inflammation and lower risk of heart disease. They also had lower levels of nitric oxide, another marker of inflammation. other nutrients in cherries such as potassium, which regulates blood pressure, vitamin C, and fiber also do wonders for your heart's health. Also, cherries are a delicious way to head off diabetes. Cherries might just hold the key to beating obesity and diabetes. In a recent lab study, researchers at Michigan State University put some mice on a high-fat diet and others on a low-fat diet. The high-fat mice quickly gained weight, developed fatty livers, and became glucose intolerant. Researchers began feeding them anthocyanin compounds that are found in cherries, in addition to their fatty food. After 8 weeks, these obese glucose intolerant mice had lost weight, lowered their cholesterol, raised their insulin levels, were more glucose sensitive, and once again had healthy livers. These researchers used cornelian cherries, but say the more popular tart cherries are similar. Buy the organic cherries whenever possible. They may cost a little bit more, but the thing about it is cherries are more susceptible or more likely to have pesticides on them. So if you get the organic cherries, they won't have as much pesticide on them. But the cherries are known to have, great amounts of pesticides on them. So make sure you rinse them thoroughly before you consume. Choose the brightly colored plump cherries. Stay away from the small, pale, hard cherries because they have no nutritional value, number one. Number two, they are nasty. And of course, stay away from the dark cherries that have brown spots on them, little small brown spots. And the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the darker the berry, not the blacker the cherry. The black cherries is probably no good, especially if the skin is shriveled up and whatnot. You can refrigerate cherries for up to 1 week, and you can freeze them for up to 1 year. Okay? But make sure that when you store your cherries, try not to store them next to very strong foods that have a very strong odor, because cherries absorb whatever is right next to them. They absorb that odor. So if you got onions and garlic and stuff all chopped up and open, and put your cherries right next to them, you're gonna have a cherry onion on your hands. One of my favorite fruits, again, cherries can help you extend your life. It also can help your body heal itself. So again, thank you for spending time, man, with the Mystic Maestro. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to, find their skin and jump right on in. We're going viral on WKIR. And please do support by going to Patreon, patreon.com/WKIR 99 Radio. I definitely appreciate it. I hope you come back and see me again. We'll get into the vegetables too, because vegetables are very important. I know some people don't like to eat vegetables. You need to start eating vegetables, people. Stop eating so much meat. Ladies aren't meant to really eat meat. Really, I'm just going to go into it and say that. And, you might disagree. But the truth is that a woman's body is not really meant to process meat. We are really supposed to be herbivores. But I know a lot of y'all are going to disagree with that. We can get into the factual later. And I will break it down with the facts and the truth. Facts can change, but the truth never does. So here, you will get the truth. We keep it so raw, Radio 99, and you'll come up with the truth. Peace and guidance.